Welcome to LAT EdTech New Hints and Tips. In this episode, we'll be looking at sending confidential emails in Gmail, using topics in Google Classroom, shared drives, new features for slides present mode, and managing multiple Google accounts. So a new feature in Gmail is the confidential mode. So if you want to send an email, you want some extra security, you can use this new feature. It appears down in the bottom of your email when you compose an email, a little icon with a padlock and a clock, and if you click on this you can turn confidential mode on or off. Now the first thing you can do is set an expiry, so you can choose when this might expire. So if you don't really want to, you can say in 5 years. Next, if you want them to have a code to open the email to make sure it's the right person, you can do an SMS passcode. If I click save, then when I go to send it, it's going to ask me for the telephone number of the person I'm sending it to. So I can put that in. So as you can see, I've received my email here. If I open the email, it's going to ask me to verify my identity. So it's got my phone number there, so I can click send passcode, and I get a code sent to my phone. Okay, that took about 15 seconds to come through. I can put that in, submit, and now I can access the email. Next, I want to show you about topics in Google Classroom. Whenever you create an assignment or a question in Google Classroom, you can choose a topic. You can create topics in advance or add them here. So here are some I've already used in this classroom. Once I assign them, then under the Classwork tab they appear under their topic. The new features in Google Classroom, in some respects it's reviving an old feature, is bringing all the topics onto the left hand side of the page, so you can then click on that and go straight to your topic. The other thing a teacher can do is, when they've got all the topics showing, is click on the dots and move the topics up and down, so the most relevant topic is at the top. You may have noticed that there's been a slight change in your Google Drive. Previously you might have seen Team Drives, but now they've been rebranded to Shared Drives. If you don't know what a shared drive is, then it's a drive that all the content is owned not by individual people like in your My Drive, but it's owned by the drive itself. So this is a great place for sharing resources, and particularly then if someone leaves, then their resources don't go with them. It's also great because you can manage it so that only select people can delete files from your drive. So if you haven't used Team Drives before, then I encourage you to start using the new branded shared drives. Next, we're going to look at the presenter view in Google Slides, where there are some new features. So if I click on presenter view, it's going to play my slide. One thing I'm able to do now is resize my areas. So that means resizing the actual slide preview itself, so I can make that bigger or smaller, which is great if you want to preview actually what's written on the slides as well as your notes. There's also some shortcuts that are there for now presenting in Google Slides. Some of the key features are, for example, if you press a number, so I'm doing 6 and press enter, it takes me to that slide. So again, that's just the number, so 9 plus enter takes me to the slide. There are also some great features if you're playing videos and some shortcuts for these. You can see the shortcuts here, so for toggling, pause, play and pause is K, rewinding or forwarding 10 seconds. When you are paused, you can move it one frame at a time, going full screen or muting. So all these different shortcuts are available when you're playing your video. So just to show a couple of key ones, if I'm clicking on the video here, if I press F, again that's brought it full size. If I pause it, then using the comma I can go back a frame. If I using the full stop, I can go forward a frame. Some really cool ways you can control the videos as you show them. My last tip for today is about managing multiple Google accounts. I've done a separate email on this in the past, but it's just good to bring it to your attention again. If you try and log into more than one Google account in the same Chrome browser, it will start getting confused. So what you have to do is sign into your Chrome browser with your account. So this one is signed into my LAT IT Trainer account. You can see it here. But what I've got is different accounts here for all my different Gmail addresses. What that means is if I then click on that account, it just opens it up in a new Chrome browser and then doesn't get confused. If I click on here, I can then manage people, and this allows me to add an additional account. So I can add a person, I can put a name in, click add, and then it's going to ask me to sign into that account using my Gmail account. You also want to turn on sync, which means that if you change any of the settings on a different computer, it also synchronizes on this computer. So you just put in your Gmail account, and then that would appear under this list here. I hope you liked these tips today. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like.